You begin to annoy me, Cerebrit.
Hey Nukenites, it's Nuke, and I'm back for yet another Round of 8 series. This is ZerO versus Hyvaa. So we're back with some more ZVZ action, made more interesting by the fact that Hyvaa just came off of his ZVZVZ tiebreaker win. So he definitely has more practice than ZerO in this OSL. But will that be enough to take down ZerO, whose ZVZ is improved basically exponentially? Used to be his downfall, but it's not anymore. Except, let's get those colors down here at the 8 o'clock position on Neo Ground Zero. In blue is Hyvaa. So Hyvaa is down there in blue, meaning ZerO was the red Zerg up at the 10 o'clock position. And the more interesting part about that ZVZ tiebreaker, sorry, gotta get that extra Z in there, is that Hyvaa took down two extremely good ZVZ players. Hydra and Soulkey both had around a 60% ZVZ win record, which is very high in any matchup. So I don't think anyone really expected Hyvaa to move out of that group, because the other competitor was Shine, who blazed through the group 3-0. He had the best ZVZ of all of them, and he showed that with his record in that group. The rest of the guys got caught in the tiebreaker, of course, but they also had a very strong ZVZ. So seeing Hyvaa fight against all odds and make it through, I think he probably earned a couple of fans by doing that. I think that was a fan in the audience holding up a sign. I think I've only seen one, maybe two Hyvaa fans on my channel, just through comments left on... I think I saw that one on the front of my channel and not on a particular video. But anyway, Hyvaa's moving out to throw down a 12 hatch, and this is a 12 pool opening from ZerO, I believe. Let's take a look at that again. Definitely over pull, but probably the 12 pull opening. Seems to be, with the extractor coming up now for ZerO, and hatchery on the way, early expand for Hyvaa. Let's get a couple of predictions read. I have some printed out here. Let's see. Nemelo, N-E-M-E-H-L-O, writes, Hyvaa will show ZerO how to play ZVZ, as he practiced that a lot in the tiebreakers. Agreed. And this is a 12 pool expand, by the way, from ZerO. He just moved out to throw down his hatchery at the natural expansion. So he's probably not going to be that far behind Hyvaa as far as econ goes. It's a very standard, safe opening from ZerO. So any econ disadvantage that he will be at, which won't be much, he'll just have to win those micro engagements and take out some drones to even that back up. Okay, so the Zerglings getting ready to move down to Hyvaa's base, moving out already for ZerO, but he doesn't quite know where Hyvaa is yet. He probably just crossed the Overlords at the 9 o'clock position, so yeah, now he's moving down to the 8 o'clock, going to try to pressure that base a little bit, but he's probably going to run into resistance. The lair is just now morphing for Hyvaa, so he's going to get that up quickly. He's going to have very quick mutas. And here comes ZerO, trying to pick off one drone unsuccessfully. And the exact same number of Zerglings are out now for Hyvaa, so he should be able to defend this. Yeah, this wasn't like a 9 pull versus 12 hatch or anything that would have been impossible to defend. Yeah, Hyvaa will definitely have a much easier time defending. Whoa, maybe if he doesn't get caught by surrounded Zerglings from ZerO. but some Zerglings trying to pop at that second base, but with the 2 hatcheries, Hyvaa should be able to pump enough Zerglings he needs for this defense. If not, he can always throw down the Sunken Colony if he gets overwhelmed by ZerO and the micro-engagements, but ZerO's backed off for the time being, working on his own lair. Pretty sure it's going to be quite a bit behind Hyvaa's, though. Or at least a little bit behind. But let's get some more predictions. Spire coming down for Hyvaa. Let's see, here's a prediction from Logi10. This is the game we play. Nuke doesn't pronounce things correctly. LOJE10 writes, isn't ZerO overdue for a queen build? He used to be the king of queens. I don't think he does that so much in ZVZ, though. I believe that ZerO has gone queens in at least one ZVZ that I can remember. God, I don't remember who his opponent was, though, so that's going to be difficult to find. But anyway. Neither player pressuring at the moment, both just trying to get up the spires. Let's see, second extractor for ZerO at his second base, and they're both working in the second extractors at about the same time. They got the 3, well, Hyvaa's got 3 drones on his natural. He's going to send all of those to the extractor to mine for the gas he needs for the mutas. But the spire about halfway done for ZerO, so he's going to have to be careful. Hyvaa could definitely pump Scourge and try to just get a nice sneak attack on ZerO. As soon as ZerO's mutas pop, the Scourge could land on those, so it might be smart to go for Scourge first no matter what happens. Alright. And Zergling's holding the line for ZerO. He has a Sunken Colony just in case Hyvaa would have gone all in Zergling. And Hyvaa still has a lot of Zerglings. ZerO might have to back off from this engagement, actually. Yes, definitely outnumbered. And he sees that, so he backs off to his Sunken Colony, which should give him just the right defense he needs. And Hyvaa's still going to push. He's already coming in. I think the Sunken Colony will be the big decider, though, at this natural expansion. The Scourge were popped for Hyvaa, so he's trying to catch the mutas as soon as they pop from the larvae. So let's see if ZerO went for mutas or Scourge. But either way, I think we're going to see... the muta taken down. I was afraid that might happen, ZerO. Yeah, he loses early mutas. That's going to hurt him a lot once the air engagements start happening. But ZerO right now is trying to sneak by and snipe some drones, but he can't really get to them next to the extractor. Muta's doing a good job protecting that natural expansion for now. Not to mention a couple Zerglings on the ground holding that choke to the main. So a bit of an unsuccessful attack from ZerO. He's going to have to cut his losses, fall back, and probably play defensive. He's got a bunch of Scourge in the air, I see. He's going to try to get a nice Scourge trap landed on Hyvaa. But losing the muta that early is definitely going to put him behind. He was already a tad bit behind just because the second base was plopped down so early for Hyvaa. And that's going to put him even further behind. So let's see here. Hyvaa has a bit more population from ZerO. Actually, they just tied it up, so Hyvaa actually isn't that far ahead. But ZerO did use that one drone to build that Sunken Colony at the front, and one drone makes a big difference in a ZVZ. But here comes Hyvaa pushing a bit. The Scourge in the vicinity for ZerO, but he's got a micro around. Kill Hyvaa's Scourge, then use his own for the defense. One Scourge lands from Hyvaa. Here comes some Scourge from ZerO, trying to land and kill these mutas. But Hyvaa is also up on his muta micro. He takes out that last Scourge that tried to land on him, and he has some backup Scourge of his own. He snipes one drone at that natural expansion, tries to come in and kill the rest of ZerO's mutas. I think he's close to doing it. All he's got to do is land the Scourge. ZerO was very smartly microing against the Scourge, but that's it. GG. All the mutas taken down. Nothing that ZerO could have done at that point. So Hyvaa takes it with some clever Scourge play. Alright, Hyvaa draws first blood. Let's move on to the second set.